All right, so you gonna talk about this?
I think we have to.
Yes.
I guess. Enchanté.
You guys have already seen kind of what we've done with this RV. So we purchased the RV from a guy that said, oh yeah, just the exhaust was slipped out and I saw that. And that was it. That's all it needed to pass mechanical or safety. And I had to look like underneath and everything. Everything seemed fine, but I'm not a mechanic. Anyway, so we bought the RV, took it into a shop, and they gave us a quote on how much it was going to fix. And then I gave them a deposit. They said, yeah, it'll be done in like a week or something like that. Everything seemed great, but then they had the RV for a total of 18 days. And we kept calling them and saying like, when's it going to be ready? And they're like, oh yeah, it'll be ready tomorrow. Or then we go in and it wouldn't be ready. They'd be like, oh, come back the next day.
We went in every single day for
at
a
one
week.
point. Yeah, and they just kept giving us a runaround.
Next day.
And they weren't working on it. They had it for 18 days and finally went there and says, hey, I'm like, what did you guys do? When is the rest going to be done? So they told me, oh, we did this and this and this. And they checked it off and they said, we have this left over. Why don't you guys take the RV home so we could work on the inside? And then you come back like on Thursday. I think this was Monday. And you come back on Thursday. And Thursday we'll finish off. We have like 5 hours left of work to do.
Yeah,
and then I'm like, and I was like, great. So we took it home. We started doing all the renovations in there. And I think we spent probably 7 or 8 days working full time, like 12-hour days, both of us, kind of just painting and redoing the roof, all of that.
Yeah, fixing it all up. It looked reupholstering.
Yeah, it looked really good on the inside. Awesome. It was kind of ready to roll on the inside. Thursday came and went, and they never called to come in. I kept on asking them, so they're like, oh, maybe come on Friday, or they're like, oh, maybe on the weekend, and they just never called. So we're just like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we ended up taking it to another RV shop, the only RV shop in Sudbury that actually looked at RVs. And then they gave us a quote, and it was about the same amount. So the quote was going to be, I think it was like between $1,500 to $2,000 for the safety and mechanical. But then we'd have to take it outside to another place to get it welded because it needed a bunch of welding at the bottom. They're like, well, that could be anywhere between $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever. It's like they don't know. Then they couldn't fix it either because they're super backlogged, so they couldn't take it for like another 3 weeks. So anyways, it was just, we had already spent all this time getting it fixed and waiting for these other guys to fix it. And for us, money wasn't so much of the concern. It was how much time things were taking because like the summer's like, we wasted a whole month and a half on this thing. On this trailer waiting for it to get repaired and fixed. We decided that, okay, we can't wait another 3-4 weeks to get this thing done because we had to find a welder. I was calling around, nobody could do it. And it was hard finding someone who could do it. Then they said it was going to take 2-3 weeks for them to even just take a look at it. And I was like, all right, this is too much. So we decided to cut all our losses, put it up for a quick sale on Kijiji, which we ended up doing, and then just bought an SUV to go back on our trip. The first mistake was not going with a professional to look at RVs and doing our due diligence before we actually purchased an RV. And knowing where in town you can get it actually fixed and serviced.
And how long it could take.
Third mistake, giving a deposit to the mechanic. It's not unheard of to give a deposit to a mechanic, but these guys, they took the deposit and didn't do any work at all. I gave him $1,000 deposit, and so we're still in the process. I had to sue the guy, and it's in the process right now. And supposedly, last week I was supposed to get paid. There's always something.
Do you want to say the name?
No, not yet. No. We'll see how things play out. If you want a recommendation of where not to go for RV, and if you're around Sudbury, like to get it repaired, or a car for that matter, just send me a note and I will tell you exactly where not to go. The fourth mistake was trusting what they said and selling our car before the work was even done. So they're like, oh, it'll be ready on Tuesday, you can pick it up. So we sold the car because we wanted to, get things rolling, and then we go to pick it up on Tuesday. Of course, hasn't been worked on, not even ready. So, and then we're out of a car. We're like, oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. It was definitely an experience, and it's a painful experience. We ended up losing a lot of money, which really sucks. So that's never fun. You feel stupid. You feel taken advantage of. Sometimes you always think it'll happen to somebody else. Oh, that other person gets scammed or whatever. It's not going to happen to me.
This time it was us.
But yeah, it was us. It wasn't even the RV. I mean, the RV was purchased. It needed a whole lot more work than we thought, and that was okay. We would have been willing to pay for it to get it fixed, but
it was the time.
Then the dealership, or the mechanic, I should say, the constant lying about getting it fixed.
Yeah.
Like if they gave the quote and then they're like, we'll get it fixed up, I'd gladly have paid for it because we'd have our RV now and we'd be on our way on the road and everything would be fine. Anyways,
Shitty situation.
yeah. So now we have our RV. Now we have our new SUV. And guess what happens on the first day?